Pre-Columbian cities featured advanced infrastructure to support large populations. Aqueducts provided fresh water, while agricultural terraces maximized food production. Meticulous planning and engineering were essential for constructing these urban centers. This simulation illustrates the governance systems of pre-Columbian societies. It showcases their laws, resource management, and social organization. The simulation highlights their record-keeping, trade, and diplomacy, demonstrating complex administration. Pre-Columbian civilizations achieved significant scientific advancements in various fields. These achievements included sophisticated astronomical observatories and advanced agricultural techniques. Their understanding of mathematics, engineering, and natural sciences contributed to technological progress. Historical accounts often portrayed the Americas as sparsely populated before European arrival. This depiction has shaped the understanding of pre-Columbian history. The narrative of an uninhabited land has been widely circulated and accepted. Archaeological excavations provide evidence of complex societies in the Americas before European contact. Artifacts and urban planning reveal advanced cultural development. Sophisticated agricultural systems supported these pre-Columbian societies. Radiocarbon dating and DNA analysis provide insights into pre-Columbian populations. Evidence suggests large, organized societies existed in the Americas before 1492. These findings challenged traditional historical accounts of the Americas. Before European contact, indigenous Americans developed advanced agricultural techniques. A key innovation was the selective breeding and domestication of wild plants. This process transformed wild plants into essential staple crops for sustenance. Maize and potatoes were critical crops in early American agriculture. Their successful cultivation ensured a consistent and plentiful food source. This abundance supported population growth and facilitated societal advancement. The development of agriculture enabled humans to shift from nomadic to settled lifestyles. Permanent settlements fostered resource accumulation and specialized skill development. These advancements paved the way for the rise of complex societies and empires. Early Americans utilized stone axes to fell trees for shelter construction. They crafted traps to hunt forest animals as a source of food. Animal hides were processed into clothing for warmth and protection. Desert survival necessitates specialized techniques for water acquisition and conservation. Methods include digging wells to access underground water sources. Desert inhabitants also collect morning dew as a supplementary water source. Early Americans utilized coastal resources for survival and development. They constructed boats from available materials, like logs and reeds, for fishing and coastal travel. Harvesting shellfish and using nets to catch fish demonstrated their understanding of marine resources. Olmec workers extracted large stone blocks from quarries using rudimentary tools. Stone hammers and chisels were employed to separate the stone from the bedrock with precision. Wooden levers and wedges aided in splitting the massive blocks, highlighting the labor-intensive process. Olmec workers used log rollers to facilitate the movement of the massive stone heads. Teams of workers pulled the sculptures with ropes made from natural fibers. The transportation routes traversed varied terrain, including uneven ground, forests, and rivers. Olmec civilization demonstrated advanced engineering skills in constructing monumental stone heads. Earthen ramps and lever systems were employed to lift and position the massive sculptures. The completed stone head symbolizes Olmec cultural achievements and organizational capabilities. The Olmec civilization developed one of Mesoamerica's earliest writing systems. Hieroglyphic inscriptions on stone monuments and artifacts demonstrate advanced communication methods. This system influenced later scripts used by the Maya and other cultures. The Olmec civilization developed a complex calendar system for tracking time. This calendar was based on detailed astronomical observations. It included a 365-day solar calendar and a 260-day ritual calendar, reflecting advanced mathematical and astronomical knowledge. Olmec religious concepts significantly shaped later Mesoamerican religions. Deities linked to nature and agriculture were central to Olmec worship. Gods, like the feathered serpent and rain god, are depicted in Olmec art, reflecting their spiritual beliefs. Maya temples display complex architectural designs and astronomical alignments. Advanced engineering enabled the construction of large structures without modern tools. Temples served as centers for religious ceremonies and symbolized societal hierarchy. The Maya civilization developed an extensive road system that interconnected cities. These roads facilitated trade, communication, and military movements throughout the region. The construction of durable pathways through dense jungle environments enhanced regional integration. Maya observatories were structures used for tracking celestial events. The Maya developed sophisticated astronomical knowledge, including eclipse prediction. Astronomical knowledge was crucial for agriculture and religious practices. The Mayan numerical system is based on a base 2-0 system. Dots represent units, and bars represent fives in this system. Numbers are written vertically, with the lowest units at the bottom. The Mayan civilization developed the concept of zero, represented by a shell-like symbol. This symbol served as a placeholder in their numerical system. The zero symbol indicated the absence of units in a specific place value, enabling the representation of larger numbers. The Mayan number system differed from systems like Roman numerals by including a symbol for zero. This inclusion allowed for more efficient and accurate calculations. The enhanced calculation capabilities contributed to advancements in astronomy, calendar development, and record-keeping within Mayan society. The Mayans predicted eclipses accurately through long-term observation. They tracked solar and lunar cycles, identifying patterns for likely eclipses. Their calculations demonstrated a deep understanding of celestial mechanics. Mayan priests used their architecture to precisely mark solstices. They observed the sun's position relative to fixed points in buildings. These observations determined the exact dates of solstices for agriculture and ceremonies. The Maya tracked planetary movements through long-term observation of the night sky. They recorded planet positions relative to stars, noting retrograde motion and cycles. This data enabled accurate models of planetary orbits. Tenochtitlan functioned as the Aztec Empire's primary political and economic center. Its strategic location enabled control over extensive territories and resources. The city served as the central hub for administrative operations and tribute collection. The Aztec Empire utilized a hierarchical administrative system for governance. Governors and local officials were responsible for reporting to central authorities. This system ensured efficient management and resource allocation throughout the empire from Tenochtitlan. The Aztec taxation system relied on tribute from conquered regions. Tributes included goods and resources essential for the empire. These tributes supported infrastructure, the military, and the ruling class, showcasing economic power. Tenochtitlan was strategically constructed on Lake Texcoco. The city's construction involved the use of chinampas, or artificial islands, to expand the land area. Foundations were carefully placed to support the city's infrastructure on the lake. The city's design incorporates an intricate network of canals. These canals function as waterways, facilitating transportation and trade within the city. Boats navigate these canals, enabling efficient movement of goods and people. Tenochtitlan featured floating gardens known as chinampas. These gardens served as a crucial food source for the city's population. The city was also noted for its clean, organized streets and advanced sanitation systems. Chinampa construction starts with weaving reeds and branches. This creates a floating foundation on the shallow lake. Mud and decaying vegetation are layered onto this frame, forming a fertile base for planting. Chinampas are a method of agriculture utilizing nutrient-rich mud for crop cultivation. The fertile soil of Chinampas supports intensive farming practices, allowing for multiple harvests annually. Their location near water sources ensures consistent irrigation, enhancing the system's overall efficiency. The Chinampa system fosters a rich and varied ecosystem. Aquatic life thrives in the waters surrounding the Chinampas. The islands provide essential habitats for birds and other animals. The Inca Empire encompassed a large territory within the Andes Mountains. Effective administration required innovative strategies to manage this vast domain. The Inca constructed an extensive network of roads and bridges to facilitate communication and troop movement. The Inca civilization developed advanced agricultural techniques suited to the steep Andean slopes. Terraced farming was employed to cultivate crops on otherwise unusable land. Sophisticated irrigation systems ensured a stable food supply for the Inca Empire. The Inca civilization employed a relay system of messengers called chasqui for rapid communication. Chasqui were highly trained runners who carried oral messages across long distances. They also transported quipu, knotted strings used for record-keeping, to ensure efficient information transfer throughout the empire. The Inca Empire utilized a vast and sophisticated road network to connect its territory. This network spanned significant distances, facilitating communication and resource distribution. The roads were strategically important for maintaining control and integrating disparate regions. The Inca civilization developed sophisticated methods for constructing roads in challenging terrains. These methods included the use of retaining walls to stabilize steep slopes. Switchbacks were employed to navigate and ascend steep mountain passes efficiently. Inca bridges were constructed to span rivers and gorges, facilitating transportation and communication. The construction employed specific materials and methods to ensure structural integrity. Durability was a key feature, making the bridges vital for the Inca civilization. Cahokia was a significant pre-Columbian urban center in North America. It was located near modern St. Louis, showcasing a strategic geographical position. This location supported trade and agricultural productivity, sustaining a large population. Cahokia was characterized by massive earth mounds, the largest being Monk's Mound. These mounds functioned as platforms for residences and ceremonial structures. Construction required moving vast quantities of earth, demonstrating advanced engineering. Cahokia's agricultural practices were essential for supporting its population. Intensive farming techniques, such as crop diversification, were employed. Effective soil management allowed for surplus production, fostering city growth and specialization. Cahokia featured a meticulously planned street grid, indicative of advanced urban design. The grid organized residential and public spaces, reflecting a structured social order. This layout facilitated efficient movement and resource distribution throughout the city. Monk's Mound exhibits alignment with key astronomical events like solstices and equinoxes. This alignment indicates Cahokia's sophisticated knowledge of astronomy. Astronomical understanding was integrated into Cahokia's monumental architecture and potentially religious practices. Cahokia possessed an extensive trade network spanning North America. This network facilitated the exchange of goods, resources, and cultural ideas. Cahokia played a central role in regional economics and inter-community relationships through this network. Corn was originally domesticated in Mesoamerica by indigenous peoples. Early agricultural practices involved selective breeding to transform corn from its wild ancestor, teosint. Intercropping techniques were also used to cultivate corn as a staple crop. Potatoes originated in the Andes Mountains, where they thrive in terraced fields. Indigenous farmers maintain potato biodiversity through the cultivation of various varieties. Traditional methods involve specific soil types and water resource management. Tomatoes and cacao were originally domesticated by Native Americans. The cultivation process involves careful seed selection and harvesting techniques. These crops have had a significant global impact, both nutritionally and economically. Desert civilizations developed advanced irrigation systems to combat water scarcity. These systems utilized underground channels and reservoirs to reduce water loss through evaporation. Efficient water distribution enabled stable food production in arid desert environments. Jungle civilizations developed sustainable agriculture by leveraging local biodiversity. Intercropping and agroforestry maximized resource use and minimized soil degradation. These practices ensured long-term resource availability for the community. Terrace farming is an agricultural technique used in mountainous areas to create cultivatable land on steep slopes. Terraces prevent soil erosion by creating level platforms that reduce water runoff. This system allows for efficient water management, crucial for agriculture in regions with limited arable land. Indigenous peoples in Alaska engaged in active trade networks. They traded furs, bone and stone tools, and crafted items. These trade routes extended southward, connecting Alaska to other regions. The Central American Isthmus serves as a vital trade link between North and South America. Goods such as textiles, pottery, and agricultural products are exchanged at this central point. This isthmus acts as a crucial hub for trade between diverse cultural groups and geographical regions. The Andes region was a hub for diverse goods, including precious metals and medicinal plants. Unique Andean crops were also significant trade items within the network. Andean communities were integrated into a broader trade network across the Americas. Prior to European contact, indigenous communities thrived with established social structures. These communities maintained sustainable practices, ensuring long-term resource availability. Population densities varied, but communities were generally well adapted to their environments, maintaining stable populations. The arrival of Europeans in new territories led to the introduction of diseases. Indigenous populations lacked immunity to these new illnesses, such as smallpox, measles, and influenza. The rapid spread of these diseases caused widespread sickness, death, and a significant demographic crisis. Violence and conflict significantly contributed to population decline among indigenous peoples. Battles and massacres directly caused loss of life, exacerbating the demographic impact. Forced displacement disrupted social structures, further accelerating population collapse.